Hey guys, Danny here at PARTAY. So, where to start? I'm going to focus on some demonstrations here. Now you can see I'm doing what's supposed to be, at least if you listen to Crystal Edge Technology Screen Channel, impossible, right? A gray screen, a white screen are supposed to be completely just a white sheet of paper in a well-lit environment. And this is much more well-lit than Kenneth Bird's area that he was showing. I'm going to show you a picture for that in just a moment, where he had one little dome light. Okay, one little dome light, and he was going on and on about how well lit it is, and we've seen that. We've seen it before. It's like roughly 30 to 35 lux. Where this right here, without the window open, because the window's going to be open in just a few, without the window open, was already at the bottom of the screen. You can see from about the middle to the bottom is going to be the sort of the brighter parts. And that's running somewhere in the ballpark of about 140 lux across the screen, much more than 30 to 35 lux. Now, when you see the window open, the lux is going to greatly increase, especially on the right-hand side of the screen. It's a little over 300 lux that's actually hitting the screen. So none of this is supposed to be possible, right? According to him, none of this is supposed to be possible, which goes to show you right out of the gate, you can't trust a damn thing that he says. But it's okay, folks. It's okay, because I'm actually kind of giddy. The closer that we're getting, the giddier I get. I've got a meeting Tuesday, and then after that, it should be just a very short couple of days, and it's going to be on. It's going to be lit, and I'm so looking forward to it. Now, I've had a few people reach out to me and say, Danny, you know he's going to run. You know what? None of that matters. None of it matters. Trust me, he can't run far enough. All right? And if it's friends or family or whoever the hell up there decides to try to help him, they're just going to get their ass in trouble too. So I'm not worried about any of that. But in the interim, I just wanted to show you guys, because we're going to be getting back to focusing on PARTAY stuff. I'm not going to be addressing him. He's too stupid to address. I've got a PA system that I just recently purchased that I'm going to be doing a review on. It's Rockville, and some of you guys, that are into audio stuff, maybe you've come across them. You may even own some of their stuff. I've always been a big JBL fan, so I've never really focused on some of the other brands that were out there, some of the lower end brands. But I got to tell you, up front, that I was pretty impressed with this setup. It's a 15-inch setup, and I'll be showing you, exactly the whole realm, everything, that we've got, every component, and the environment that we used it in and what we plan to use it in as we move forward. But a lot of this stuff is actually to put PARTAY into a mobile position, meaning that we're going to be going out, displaying our screens. We're getting the PA system so that we can make it a little exciting, make it fun with some music and stuff going on. We've got some banners, stand-up banners that are being made, 2-1 banners that are being made for, our displays out there. So a lot of exciting stuff coming up. We've started our merchandise. Here's just a picture of the first. This is actually, of course, I left it to Kelly, and what did she do? She orders the women's shirts first. But anyway, this was one of the women's shirts that she's going to be doing. They're going to come in a white and a black, and then we'll have a guy's version. Won't look like this. We'll put the logo a little different place, but that was her design. That's where she wanted it for the ladies. But just a lot of things that are going on. But you can see here, windows up, nothing fake, fraudulent, or anything like that going on. You can see the light hitting the screen. It's all good stuff here. And that's the whole point. Now, I've heard people make statements that, who watches in that kind of environment? Well, I do. Okay. So, and I know that there's other people that want to as well. So that is a direct demonstration of how you could watch in that environment. Is that the environment that you're going to watch in all the time? I don't know. I would say no, probably not. But I also know I've run across quite a few people that actually do use this kind of environment, or have an environment where they can't control it as much. They could control, but if you try to control it completely, then you've got, it's dim or dank in the room. And a lot of people love natural light, and they want to be able to use it in natural light. Now, there are always going to be limitations on things, but look, PARTAY can help. And that's another thing, there's been so much that I've avoided doing in the sense of hard selling or actually going out and doing look at this, it's amazing. But we're going to start doing that. Time has come now for us. A lot of it was just getting things into place, getting our routine down, because there's actually kind of 3 parts to PARTAY. If you really stop and think about it, I was talking with Jason, my partner, the other day, and those parts are the wholesale part, which kept us going through COVID. If it hadn't been for the wholesale business, we would have just shut it all down during COVID, at least for, a period of time. The other parts are, you've got the DIY products, right, that we sell here, and then installation. We do a lot of audio installation and some video installation. Now, along with all that stuff, the red barn that you see in the back of my yard, that is being renovated right now on the inside. I've got so many friggin' projects. I have PARTAY, I have my full-time work, I have renovation on the house. We're getting ready to put a pool in. Going to be taking Ken to the cleaners. What other stuff can we stack on top of this? But in the interim, what I need to do is I actually have to, on the left-hand side is another large space, and I really need to clean that up and set up some shelving in there so that I can organize our mixes. I want to be able to set the mixes up so that I can actually just kind of pour them out, have some pre-made. I'd like to be able to make enough for about a month at a time. That way I only have to do mixing about once a month. And then it would just be a matter of actually fulfilling, putting the labels on, that kind of stuff. And by the way, I don't cut my labels out with a scissor. There's stuff that you can use. I don't print out my own labels. Those labels are actually done somewhere else professionally. So, I at least want people to know that when they buy for PARTAY, that they're getting something legitimate. The product's legit, the container's legit, the packaging's legit, everything's legit, right? It's not just me printing out some crap on a 1990 something printer. And just to screw with the big over at Crystal Edge, there's no awnings over that window like on your porch. There's no thick shears that I have around the window. I'm not jacking up my ISO to try to make one dome light look like it's super, super bright. Look in that room. Go back and look at that video. You could see he talks about dark corners. Hell, it's more than the corners. Most of the damn room's dark. You can't make out any texture on anything in that room. But there again, it's all a talking game. Isn't that what it's always been? My business is dying here. It's literally dying here. All right, guys, I'm going to shut down the talk and let you guys watch the remainder of this video. But I'd also highlight one of the major things besides Ken Soup that I'm excited about is, and I've never really been that excited about spending money before. But anyway, I know I'm going to get some of it back. But anyway, we have our first movie review coming up this month. So I'm really jacked about that. I'm jacked about the movie. And so really looking forward to doing that. I hope you guys enjoy it. I know that we're going to have a good time shooting it. So lastly, I would say I know I've been out of pocket and hadn't been able to respond to a lot of folks. It's just been so much going on at one time. And this is kind of time sensitive, so I wanted to get on it as soon as possible. But any questions, feel free to reach out. Until then, we'll talk to you guys soon.